La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. If you had told me 7 years ago that I would say these words declaring my belief in the oneness of God and accepting Muhammad as God's prophet, I would never have believed you. Growing up, I was a very good Christian. I read my Bible, took part in prayer meetings. I even used to force my parents, who weren't practicing at the time, to take me to church every Sunday. When I started university, that part of me stopped growing. I no longer felt that I needed God in my life. I stopped reading the Bible. I stopped going to church. A few years later, at the age of 23, I got married, ironically in a church. My marriage crumbled after 6 years as I could no longer help my ex-husband fight his demons. I was broken, and I blamed God for what had happened. A few years after I got divorced, I met my partner, who is Muslim, and was introduced to Islam. At no point did I consider that I would ever go down the route of choosing the religion, and I remained adamant that God would play no part in my life. But 3 years ago, I came across an article that a friend had posted on Facebook. It described how a Jewish man had entered into Islam after coming across a mosque in Canada, mostly attended by Sufis. It was somewhere that he felt he belonged. Sufism or Tasawwuf is regarded as a mystical form of Islam. Those who practice it follow the 5 pillars of Islam, but also meditate. After reading the article, I immediately started searching for Sufism in South Africa because it was something I had read about before and was intrigued, especially as I enjoyed meditating. After doing some research, I came across an email address and sent off an inquiry. I never expected to hear anything. A few days later, on a very busy Friday morning, I received a call from them, asking if I would like to come visit. I was apprehensive but thought I would go and see what he had to say. I kept on practicing meditation. Sometimes I would cry through it, which I never expected. In 2017, I decided I would try fasting over Ramadan to see if it would become clearer to me and if this was the path for me. At the end of it, I still didn't have a definitive answer, but the pull was there. I was reading more about Islam and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, just waiting for that arrow to strike my heart. Another Ramadan came and I fasted again, still unsure of my direction, still sitting on the fence. I continued with the meditations. I knew that if I wanted to continue, I would need to decide if I would revert. A powerful meditation a few nights before Ramadan in 2019 made me realize that Allah was real. This is not to say that previous meditations had not had any impact, but during those times I had continued to allow for a bit of doubt. My powerful meditation came on the same night that my partner's sister had given me some instructions on how to pray. I am sure I made a complete mess of the prayer and it came out all wrong, but as I meditated and focused on my soul, I shook for a while. Every time I did this meditation, I would experience the same sensation. I would pray and read the Quran, and the message that was coming across was the same. Allah has sent previous messengers, and those who fail to listen have done so at their own peril. It's been 5 months since that day. I don't think I am always a good Muslim, but I am trying. I try bear in my mind that the first Muslims didn't learn Islam in a day. It was a process. While technically I've been on this journey since 2016, my heart finally feels happy that I have committed to Islam. I have come home.